piece on 3 Down Nation right now talking about the potential return of former Saskatchewan Roughrider head coach Corey Chamblin to the CFL. Assuming that Chamblin comes back in time for next season, where do you see him potentially ending up?
One spot that sort of screams out to me, Drew, is in Winnipeg. There's a few coaches there that he had previously coached with in the CFL. And if indeed the Bombers do want to make a change at defensive coordinator, Richie Hall's contract is up, Corey Chamblin could be a definite candidate in the bag.
I think that one of the other places we should be talking about is Toronto, right? Assuming that Scott Milanovich doesn't survive there, but Jim Barker could stay. Don't forget, there's a connection between Chamblin and Barker back from their Calgary days. And although I think the assumption is that Chamblin will likely return as a defensive coordinator, he could be a potential head coaching hire in Toronto as well. Don't forget, the man does own a ring from 2013 in Saskatchewan.
And it was Barker that once told Chamblin that before he was a head coach, he thought he would make a good head coach in the CFL. So there's a definite connection there and a possibility if indeed that Argos job comes open.
Now, if Chamblin doesn't get the Argo job, but it is vacant, one of the names that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks is Orlando Steinauer. If Steinauer were to leave Hamilton, could we see a potential return of Chamblin as defensive coordinator in the Hammer?
Well, you never know. He's been there, Drew, and you know that well. He was there back in 2011 with Marcel Belfait as the head coach. Now, that would be kind of interesting in terms of Chamblin making a return to Steeltown.
Do you think this is a good move for Chamblin, given the fact that he still has another year on his contract to be paid out by the Riders? Is this the right time for him to come back to the CFL?
Well, I think if you're Chamblin, you don't want to be out of the game, so to speak, for too long, because we've seen that in the past, that coaches sort of just get forgotten about and they move on. And I think Chamblin's a smart guy, and he realizes that even though he's under contract with the Riders until the end of the 2017 season, that he wants to keep his name in the game, and more importantly, wants to keep coaching because the game is evolving every year.